Here's what your body goes through when you start taking nature's Ozempic for 4 weeks. Minutes after your first pouch, you'll feel the constant sugar.
Alright, let's get our science in right now, and then we'll just go grind. Oh, what's going on here? Another April comment. One behind maps.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Observers. Thursday, March 26, 2026. And today we've got some eye candy looking at Saturn. There's going to be 2 comets intruding on the inner solar system next month. There are strange things happening at the top of the sky, and we are starting with the last 24 hours on our star, where for the majority of the day, things remain calm as the sunspots continue turning in on the north behind that coronal hole. Filament on the south remains stable. And just a bit ago, an M4 solar flare did erupt from those incoming active regions, same one that has produced a few flares the last few days. This group is not the most complex in terms of sunspot magnetism, but it is producing the eruptive behavior nonetheless. Bigger group out ahead of it clearly has serious complexity, but so far, that one has remained quiet. We've got eyes on them as they turn to face the Earth this weekend, and now here's our eye candy today. A comparison of Hubble and James Webb looking at Saturn. Hubble in the visible spectrum, Webb in the infrared. I think one of the most interesting things about Saturn is its segmentation. Even on Jupiter it's not this good, with such clear-cut lines. Links to original is below. Now folks, Comet Maps has been getting all the hype so far, going to skim the surface of the sun on April 4th. But in the days after that, another comet will be coming in from the north, a new one spotted by the Pan-STARRS Observatory. Near perihelion, they say it could be as bright as Venus, and when it passes nearly right between the Earth and Sun, its comet tail will be added directly to the Earth stream solar wind. Could be water, mostly ions, could be cyanide gas, alcohol molecules. Planets are weird, never know. There's absolutely zero impact risk when it swings by at the end of April, but the show could be quite the thing. Folks, this team snuck 2 papers through 2 different journals, managed to get them released one day apart. Strange behavior of signal propagation during solar storms began in the late part of 2023, and their second paper on the right confirms that these patterns have not stopped since then. Now, practically, this has virtually no relevance on our lives, but abstractly, this is another twist on the downward spiral, another item on the list, another march of the invading army, even if they haven't reached the wall yet. The planet is changing rapidly as the magnetic poles shift, and still, almost nobody is talking about it. Well, everybody at Observer Ranch is talking about it, though. Highly recommend you come out and see us. Observer Ranch is starting to get a reputation, by the way. We are officially top-rated, and that's nearly all from non-observer guests commenting on the kids' areas, the showers, how clean everything is, which is not normal for a campground, but this is Ben's house. Biggest RV sites around and super private spots as well. Our gym and red light area is open. Our cabins are top-notch. Even Adrian was surprised last weekend. There is so much to do nearby. We've had families spend 2 weeks in the valley here and swear they're coming back next year. Of course, you should come when one of our major events is taking place. Last weekend was season opener. Art of Preparedness starts tomorrow, and then it's a mad dash, guys. It's not going to be long before these events are over, and well, nobody really knows the timeline, do we? Links to all those events are found below. It is the year of the prepper. If not now, let's be honest, it's never. We greatly appreciate your support. We'll do this all again tomorrow. Right here, right now at 6 a.m. in the new valley, the sun. Eyes open, no fear. Be safe, everyone.
That's how you learn to be a fucking genius. Fuck Dave Smith. What? Japan just snapped?
Secret is MVP
Asia Wilson's go-to antiperspirant. It's earned the Lord's Best of Beauty Award 3 years running.
The Japanese don't quickly lose in their country, but when they speak out against it, they get attacked by exactly that. As in Saitama City, Japan, their elected leader marched against a foreign festival for allegedly having ties to terror. And even though he was surrounded with police protection, somebody had no problem walking up and smacking him. And as another masked non-Japanese man tried to steal the camera, another angle shows the police getting splashed with an unknown substance. As their group had no issue shoving police, as apparently he was with the guy that hit the city councilor. Why even supply law enforcement if all they're gonna do is provide a barrier for them to hide behind and basically refuse to make any arrests? As the internet's explanation goes into the tensions between the Japanese nationalists and foreigners for potentially having ties to a group their home country had designated as terror. But when you look at the Japanese articles, that roughly translate to admitting the assault occurred, with the authorities refusing to release information on the investigation, but concluding the article on how this was a Kurdish festival, where they put on national costumes, held hands, and danced to folk music. Why the hell were they compelled to include any of that, as if anybody seeking the article on the attack needed to know the peaceful aspects of the gathering, not the several assaults that occurred, both on their elected leader and the police, which just lets us know Japan is suffering from the same liberal nonsense we are in the U.S.
Everyone always tells me that it's just a lunchbox and that it's not that deep. But it is. And I'm going to take you down with me. Because the bento box is also a symbol of Japanese empire. Patriarchy in any country is always going to be closely linked to nationalism, because women quite literally make humans and are socializing them for the next generation of laborers. But it is also a direct correlation with how much you love your country. Because those lunchboxes are not only beautiful, but they're also really well thought out in terms of nutrition. So there's this spirit of wanting to raise these really strong and healthy citizens for the nation. I always get the ick, because it just reeks of nationalism, whether it's subconscious or not. I think so for someone like me, who teaches gender in Japan, it's really, really difficult for me to come in and say, hey, that's actually oppression.
Nonsense like this just reminds us that being recreationally offended is no longer exclusive to America, as nobody actually struggling in life or is providing something useful to society has the time or even the drive to figure out how lunch is oppressing us. But the scary part is, it's like they all deploy the same playbook on how to destroy a country from within. As of 4 days after the original attack, there have been no public arrests, sparking anger amongst the country, with even this random Japanese YouTube video explaining with oddly AI-translated speech.
The two main people who attacked the group in the defensive terrain could have been arrested on the spot. Saitama Prefecture confirmed that the organizer, the Japan Kurdish Cultural Association, had been designated by the Turkish government as a terrorist support group related to the PKK, and gave permission for the performance on the condition that the flags of political organizations would not be displayed in advance. But what actually happened? Items such as badges that were thought to be related to the PKK were being sold at the event. It has also been confirmed that some people were walking around wearing the flags of combat units. Furthermore, the violence and attacks on the police by Kawamoto were unforgivable. When asked why they arrest people and why they don't arrest them, the police officers honestly said that they can't finish them off because they come in groups. As you can see from the video, when trouble occurs, they all gather together like this, and they intimidate you.
It's insane to think the local PD can be overwhelmed by such a small, aggressive group, to the point that neither their politicians nor their police are safe. But sadly, we've seen the same exact scenario play out in basically every single country that's asked to provide mass sanctuary, as high trust societies will always find their soft on crime approaches pathetically ineffective against those who don't respect their culture. I just think of that Takashi from Japan channel, illustrating how immigration can be great when paired with assimilation.
You will never be Japanese. It doesn't matter how much Japanese you speak or if you get naturalized as a citizen. It doesn't matter. But I appreciate Japan.
They tend to be the kind of foreigner that is kind of get looked down on by Japanese people, and that reflects on the rest of us, like all foreigners.
You know how in Japan you're always scared to disrupt others, and you have to be, how can I say it? You have to pay attention to other people's needs.
If you just behave like Japanese people, then you'll be accepted. Things like taking off your shoes before you go inside, wearing a mask if you have a cold, don't talk loudly on the train. Japanese people accept if you behave just like them, but in fact you're a guest in the country, so you should behave better.
But when the newcomers aggressively refuse to, that's when the Japanese get angry.
Wake up! Japan! Wake up! Deport them all!
This digital calendar lightened my mental load, makes it worth every penny. I wasn't fully convinced the Skylight calendar would be able to do it until I finally got one. Let me tell you.
With massive demonstrations across the country, and anti-immigration marches featuring the Imperial Rising Sun flag. On a YouTube video I don't understand, other than the no immigration in English. And as a Korean, I don't know how I feel about the rising sun flag, but here's the thing. As a Korean American citizen, I don't get to speak on what Japan should do to best serve the Japanese citizens. But for some reason, in this state of globalized social media, we repeatedly see foreign countries chiming in on what you need to do in your country while completely refusing the same in their own. As Japanese politicians warn how mass migration would make them the next Europe. Also explaining how anybody calling the Japanese racist for being against open borders are likely Russian bots. It's almost like everything we're seeing in Western society is coincidentally occurring in every first world Asian country, with the exception of the BRICS nation countries. Oddly inorganic platforms push for more open borders to avoid population collapse, then conservative movements push back, only to be framed as racist. But at least the Japanese elected a leader putting preserving their culture over potential population collapse. As yes, Japan, like Korea, and even the US have massive concerns about the declining birth rates. But honestly, with AI and advancing technology, I don't see it being as big of an issue as it would have a century ago, as humanoid robots are quickly becoming a reality. With Tesla's Optimus rapidly advancing, even still in its first iteration, is basically able to do everything in the house. As every single argument from mass migration argues who will do the low-wage, mundane work, while completely ignoring how AI and automation will be taking basically every single entry-level position within maybe a decade.
So we have a favorite Korean uncle, and he's at 53 years old.
Oh! To fucking bye, buddy. Look at that.
Wow, we're gonna have to watch this in slow motion then.
He's fast.
Yeah, so rocked, the guy.
Dude.
Oh, got him. Ooh. Yeah, wow. Was not expecting that to begin this, but notice they're kicking with shoes, I believe. So, Korean uncles.
If I had kicked somebody
really
with my
interesting.
fucking shoes on, they're done.
He's almost baiting the guy to overextend a little. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense because he's fighting someone way taller, right?
Dude, he dropped him 3 times
That
already.
makes sense. Wow, we gotta watch this in slow motion. That was crazy. He's won this. Yeah, sorry guys, I was not expecting this to end so quickly, so my commentary was a little shocked. I guess it was so leg kick. So
leg kick, inside leg
kick, it was a
kick,
leg
fucking
kick, and then
chin.
a punch to the face. Look at that, look at him stumbling backwards. This was the young man's first fight, by the way. So shout out to him, kind of taking such a fight that, you know, old boy David's a big contender, man. So in the second exchange, notice head movements, right? He ducked a kick also,
There it is.
and then
There it is.
boom.
1, 2.
Cross, a jab, and another cross.
He didn't grab him by the back of his head.
They are kicking in shoes, by the way. So very interesting. It's like kickboxing with shoes. Savate, basically, kind of. So yeah, his if I were to give advice for Yellow Gloves, the young guy, it's he got to work on his jabs, man. His jabs are not extended. So he has to work on the extension of the jab because he could have potentially kept Old Man David at bay, Old Boy David, sorry, with his jab, but obviously he didn't. So we'll watch this one real quickly. He goes in with a kick, a little bit of a back fist after the kick. See the jab, right? Got to work on your jab. And that's why. So it's not that he overextends, it's just that he doesn't know his own range. As Yellow Gloves doesn't know his own range because he doesn't have the right jab. So then, Old Man David sometimes does get off balance, but it doesn't hurt him in this one because it allows him to shift his weight to lead to that victory.
Awesome. Old Man Dave.
Snap your
W2. Old Man David, fuck him up. They're doing simulating war games with AI now. Oh yeah, this is the lawyer that
Well,
talks shit
that
to the judge.
was planned. Let's back up a bit, huh? This is transgender lawyer Rob Hopkins in Oklahoma. Things in the courtroom are a little testy because Rob's client did not show up for court. So let's watch the tension build to a fever pitch.
I don't think there's anything going with forward. We were about to issue a hand, which was you asked me to not provide testimony on behalf of my client. You asked me what paragraph it was. I pointed you to the exact paragraph. Stop education. Stop. You don't want to hear. Stop. You interrupt me one more time. You are being held in direct contempt court. And it's like that's I don't have a I do not. I am not going to tolerate this from you. Yes, ma'am. There was a pause. There was a break. I was done with my arguments. And I was done with my statement.
This is why women judges shouldn't be judges. Women should not be fucking judges at all. Because of her fucking attitude. This bitch's attitude. This bitch's attitude.
I did. I put it down and it fell down. I did not fall. I'm not upset. I'm not arguing. You're not ready to make an argument. I'm not ready to face, ma'am. I'm not. I'm trying to make my argument. You interrupted my argument halfway through. On an objection. Yes, ma'am, I'm aware. It's happened before. Yes, I guess so. Okay. If I push that because I'm a transgender attorney practicing all over this state. I don't know what you do, ma'am. It's not that you do. So we are pausing this until you get the ADA request form filled out and it gets processed. So we're going to pause the hearing on jurisdiction that's been said twice. I drove an hour and a half to have the hearing. My client's available telephonically. And we are simply not even taking testimony. Is your client available? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, then, thank you.
Your Honor, respectfully reject. This is clear and known on my face. This is one line I appear before this court because she has a warrant for stealing. That's not true. And you're ready to shot at me. No, stop stopping.
See this?
Get out of my face, sir.
This is agitation. You should have stopped. What do you say? You should
Get out of my face, sir. Get out of my face, sir. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. And get out of my face. Why? Because you're in He shouted at me. No, I'm not. You did not even say that I was in ready.
Do not hurt me. Do not hurt me.
Stand by back.
Do not. You're throwing me over the officers. I'm not resisting. You know exactly what's happening. I can't down. I'm being thrown down.
That judge needs to be fucking disbarred. So does that prosecutor. And he should be under
Put your hands on your
That's uncalled for. Uncalled You're constantly This fucking judge needs to be thrown out.
I don't get to take awesome now. Get to take awesome now. Get to take awesome now.
There aren't any.
I can't get up at 16.
Shouldn't be female judges either.
I can't see. Give me my glasses. Put them on my face. Put them on my face. I can't see. Give me my glasses. I can't see. I'm not trying to walk and I can't see.
Where's his paperwork? They don't even grab his paperwork.
This company actually gets
lawyers can't be treated that way in court.
heal cavities and teeth.
Welcome back to If You Laugh, You're Conservative.
Did you check your spouse? You know, I heard one time he told the woman to calm down, and she did.
Liberals care about black people. Tell one of us is conservative. Is in law enforcement. Is an unborn baby. Too true.
It's
it's Cosmic K99 here. My name is Ace. I'm an alien from the planet Plushytopia, sent to Earth on a mission to spread
mental illness, because that's exactly what you are. What you should be spreading is all that antipsychotic medication that you're refusing to take.
The most insane thing is the hair scrunchie or wet hair. So Drewski, a black dude, has done whiteface before. Recently, he dressed up as Eric Kirk.
Praying for all the soldiers and troops.
How about all the kids that died when the USA hit the tower?
It broke my heart.
First of all, he looks like Gorlock the Destroyer. Second of all, I guess this means we can just start doing blackface again.
I can paint my face
robot
black.
knocks over a parked motorcycle. Park your motorcycle on the sidewalk.
Pick that fucker up and smash the shit out of that thing.
Get that out of here. Dad goes wild for her first home run.
Oh my God! Oh my God! It went over! It went over!
Three-run homer. I've done that twice. Hit one grand slam in my life.
I've been her for so long, but sometimes I still see him.
He hates to be that guy. You're still that guy.
You're still fucking that.
This is every episode of Forged in Fire.
Ellis, let's take a look at the weapon you presented. My name's Ellis, and I've been forging for the past 45 years in my backyard with nothing but a hairdryer and a barrel. To test the sharpness of the blade, we're going to be demonstrating it on a endangered species of hammerhead shark. Let's get it done. Okay, Ellis, blade sharp, feels good in the hands. All in all, we get wow.
That shark wasn't in danger before. It certainly will be once my blade's done with it.
Jason, you're up next. Are you ready?
Let's bring it.
Wow, I did not expect that. Jason, due to the catastrophic failure of your weapon, we are no longer able to continue the test. Due to this, we are going to have to ask you. Congratulations, Ellis. You are the Forged in Fire champion, and that is a title that comes with a check for $10,000. This is the most excited I've ever been in my whole life.
Is not wearing a thong. Count how many times LeBron dribbled in this play.
Michael is an autistic high school student who was tricked into thinking he had been asked to the homecoming dance. And Deshauna is a woman who wanted to make a difference. So she did.
Hey, Starburst is one of your favorite ingredients. My God, Starburst. It was just a really nasty, rude prank.
I've met her. This was Miss Utah 2019.
So much energy. It helped me get through my really long day. Being a candidate in Utah, we're go every single day.
Homie can say he went to homecoming with a Miss America contestant, man. Dad, I don't want a classic car. I want a Tesla.
This is my impression of Donald Trump on holiday in Spain, trying to talk to the locals. Hola, como estas, quite Fred. Excuse me.
Una cerveza. That's very rude. I said una cerveza. That means beer. One beer, please. Por favor.
Already a failed impression because Trump doesn't drink. World record for most claps in 1 minute.
Good. Okay.
I mean, I guess if you count this as a clap.
How was the military? It was awful every day. What? Yeah, most days it was awful. Just and then if you had something good happen during one of the days, you're like, oh, that's cool, that's nice. You must be so glad to be out. Nah, I miss it every day. What? There's a void in my soul that can only be filled with the absolute absence of logic that the military possesses.
This is my 100-year-old cabin, 98 years old, and the sun just went down, but I wanted to show you guys why I bought this. I just thought, as soon as I sat down here, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to grow old here. Like, this is magic.
What would you tell a man whose wife doesn't seem to want him as a sexual partner, just a provider?
Shut up.
Magic.
Extreme jump roping. It's like gymnastics, but with a crazy rope. Bro, you are too big to be doing all that.
Dad, do you know what time it is?
I'm sorry, I forgot to watch. But hold on, let me get a beer.
I wasn't clear enough to tell the time.
You'll see. Ready?
It's 3 o'clock and you're already drinking? What are you doing?
3 o'clock.
Never fails. Hey, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
There's a sign that says DEI is racist, and I want you to elaborate on it. I'm a little confused.
DEI basically tells people that your skin color, your immutable characteristics about you, are more important than your character and your merit.
Well, what about the people who are still being oppressed?
Who are those people?
The black people.
So what can you do that I can't do?
Well, as a white man, you have a better chance of getting a job than I do.
That is not true. That is literally the entire point of DEI. If you had a business, would you want someone there whose skin color is like yours, or someone who's going to do a good job?
Someone who's going to do a job that I want them to do, regardless of the race or skin.
There you go, exactly. That's the whole point of DEI. DEI tells them it doesn't matter about what you do if you're going to be good at your job. It tells you, because you're black, you come and get the job over someone else just because you're black.
Right. But
Which is racist.
They stole her driveway?
Come home and my driveway's gone.
What used to be a concrete slab outside Bethesda Street is now a patch of dirt. Someone took her driveway.
Of all the things that you worry about getting stolen, did you think the driveway was one of them?
No, not at all.
Nothing's safe out here, y'all.
I got a driveway. Asphalt, concrete.
On the street selling asphalt. Owning a John Deere tractor be like...
Insert cash or select payment type. Use PIN pad to complete transaction.
When someone says pineapple doesn't belong on pizza.
Where's the water? Yuck, dude. What the fuck is this guy doing?
The ranch on top definitely doesn't belong.
That's why you're fat as fuck. You're gonna die, buddy.
All right, let me know down in those comments. Pineapple on pizza. Yes or no, and be willing to defend your position.
I've heard that if a person drives an Italian sports car, then you know that they got money. Well, I ain't trying to flex on nobody or nothing, but that right there is a Toyota. Best Italian sports car ever made. Lamborghini and Ferrari would be a close second and third. A lot of people think the shape of a Lamborghini and a Ferrari is more aerodynamical and the shape of my fiat. But it ain't. You see, my fiat is shaped like an egg. And I don't know if you've ever seen an egg shoot out of a chicken's butt before, but it comes out really fast. Just like my fiat. I want you to listen to the turbo, but it's 1.4 liter turbo torque, and they do the job.
It's got turbo.
I'll explain like spaghetti and meatball.
Pretty privilege when looking for a job.
Next. You might not be a fit for this role, but we have a job in IT for you in the way back. You have a solid resume and relevant experience. We'll be in touch for a second round of interviews. You might not have a ton of experience, but that's okay. We can teach skills. I knew from the second you walked in here we were going to hire you. I'd love to offer you the position as my boss at the company. You're fired. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Delivering 100 pizzas to the wrong address prank.
Where's my invite for the pizza party, guys? For Theodore? You Theodore? Did you order the pizzas? Having a Tuesday Arvo pizza party, eh?
Wrong address, mate. Can't get him out.
Oh, so you're having a pizza party?
Can somebody, that's why they brought two pizza more.
Oh, this isn't number 10?
You're in number 10 now. Get out. And cough. We don't order pizzas, mate. You understand?
How are ya? Why have you ordered so many pizzas?
We haven't ordered them.
Wait, so Simon doesn't live here? Oh, wait, I got Alvin.
Yeah, there you go. Simon, Alvin, Theodore. Three different names. Hey, you're starting to work it out now.
Hey, if they've already been paid for, I'm Simon, Alvin, and Theodore.
Oh, you want the receipt for this thing? Yeah. I got a digital receipt.
TV. Paid with cash. We're talking cash. Walmart trademark.
Native hair gently nourishes with half the ingredients of your old stuff. Buy one 72-hour survival kit, get two.
Never buy any of them.
Art trademark.
That worked? That's amazing. I had a guy in Fiverr make that. Well, now I need to see it. Hey. So I can't just walk out with this? No. But I bought it. Look at the time. I best be going then. I better head out with this thing then.
No, you're not leaving without a receipt.
Oh.
This is the TV.
I'll tell you what, would it make it easier if I just showed you the paper receipt?
Then yeah, it would be simpler if you had just given us the receipt.
Oh, no. See, you weren't here for the whole story. Honestly, you're relieved your duties here. We had this covered, but I'm glad we figured it out.
Unless it's a membership store, can they legally stop you from leaving if you don't have a receipt?
When I was single, I'd always dreamed of marrying a woman with a big butt that could cook. And lucky for me, my wife has one of those two things. Just kidding, baby.
Hello, everyone. So I usually just take a daily picture and just post it onto my Instagram and Facebook, and I get it for months and months and months with just people liking it, friends liking it, and just overall pleasantness with that experience. But then I decided to just add the little tagline as trans is beauty, just to have some trans pride about who I am and my other trans friends out there.
If it walks like a man and talks like a man, it's a man, baby.
Until we have done everything in our power to bring the United States to its knees, let us not lose sight of the enemy. For every U.S. military base that crumbles, and for every U.S. soldier who returns home to the casket, we cheer!
Notice how not a single one of these cowards has their face uncovered. Liberal white girls on their way to stop ICE agents from handing out water at the airport.
Well, it's a trend called girl math. There are a bunch of videos explaining this concept. Here's one that I think lays it out pretty clearly.
If you return an item at the store, you just earn money. So if you return something and buy something at the same time, It was free.
No, because you had to spend the money the first time.
No, but then the second time it's free because it's no extra money. Or like if you pay for cash with something, it's free because it's not coming out of your bank account.
Right, so that's girl math. And as you can see, as you already expected, girl math is just bad math. It's not math, it's anti-math.
And we're in one of these hardware stores, and the aisles are really tight and tiny. It's old, you know? And stuff looks like it's going to fall down on you above you. And she's acting rambunctious, so I wrap around my legs and I'm holding her close. And at the end of the aisle, I notice out of the corner of my eye, there's a handicapped girl at the end of the aisle with Down syndrome, and she's standing there by herself. And I can see her see the dog without seeing it. I know that she wants to say hi to the dog, but I'm just in one of those moods. I don't want to talk to anybody. And I can hear her under her breath going, puppy. Oh, I want to pet her so bad. And I took a breath and I turned, and I saw this girl's face. And it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. From ear to ear, she was smiling, happy. It was unbelievable. You know when a hippie chick is like, your aura's blue. You know that thing? For the first time in my life, I saw someone glowing with happiness before. And I was like, what's my problem? This girl just wants to say hi to this dog. And I'm letting this get in the way. This is what the therapist was talking about. Adopt happiness. Stop being a grump. Stop being an asshole. So, it's tough. But through the grit of my teeth, I was like, you want to pet my fucking dog? She came lumbering down the aisles, and she was running so fast. My dog got scared and startled and jumped back and started growling at her. She gets to my dog, and my dog's like, and I was like, hey, not her, come on, not her, don't do that to her, please. What are you doing? Cut it out, stop that. And she goes, oh, mean dog. And I said, no, you're a new friend. You just gotta take it easy. And she goes, oh, okay. So she goes down to pet her again, but at this point, my dog is not with this chick. So she's trying to play with her, my dog's trying to kill her, and I'm like, well, this is how my career ends right here. And she's going for it, and at some point my dog jumps and nips at her finger and almost clips her hand. For legal reasons, almost clips her hand. And then the girl pulls her hand away, and her mood completely changes. She just lost all that color out of her face. And she got scared. And she was like, she doesn't like people like me. And I was like, don't say that. Don't say that out loud. And she goes, no, she doesn't like people that are like me. And I said, that's not true. Don't you dare say that. Don't you dare think that. That's wrong. She's being a bad girl. And this is very strange. I've never seen her do this. She usually doesn't like black people. I've never seen her. She's black, by the way. She's black. My dog is black. The handicapped girl's white. They're always white. Here's the best part of the joke, to me. The story's not true. It's all totally made up. It's fabricated. But I took you on a ride. You were there. You were in the hardware store. You know what it looked like. You know what it smelled like. You constructed it in your mind. I didn't.
Girl, don't you lie to me. Buying baby spinach.
Just a little bit further.
Okay guys, so today we're doing ankle locks.
Working Families Tax Credit is an annual tax refund for all Washington workers who qualify.
No fucking way.
Bam!
Who left the stairs up? This may offend vegans.
I don't think educating people is effective. If education was effective, there'd be no vegans. Right. Yeah, sorry vegans. You know, protein's kind of important.
Red flag, I've seen a guy having a mom, and even worse, having a sister.
Ma'am, what do you think is the biggest red flag in a man?
If he's born.
When I was growing up, you know, if I said, Dad, come here, and he goes, give me 2 minutes, he would just never show up. Now my son's like, Dad, come here. I go, give me 2 minutes. He goes, hey, Alexa, set a timer for 2 minutes.
We featured Patriotic Kenny on the channel before. Unfortunately, he's had some medical problems lately.
Hi, fans. How are you? I'm home from the hospital, and I feel a lot better. Not bad at all. I'm home with the crew, with Amanda and Jenny. But, you know something? Fans, I love you all, and I never will stop. Never stop. But also, I would like to tell you that I got stage 4 lung cancer. So, it's the way it goes. I mean, we can't live forever. But I love you all, fans. And everything. I just love you. And I want to thank every single bit of you, one of you. Across the United States, across the whole world. I just got enough words for you for what you did for me. So thank you again, but it really feels good to be home right now. So thank you. You know, I'm not done with you yet, because I plan on making some more videos.
Let's send some prayers Kenny's way. God bless you, brother.
The only option at this point is revolution. We don't have time to wait a couple years and vote for the lesser of two evils. Change needs to happen now, and it needs to be decisive. Legally, I can't advocate for a violent revolution, but we do have a constitutional right to replace our government.
Oh yeah, is this your call to arms to your brothers? Are you going to bring it up next time you all get together to paint your nails and brush each other's hair? I identify as an insurrectionist. Okay, well, FAFO makes words out of little femboys like you, so maybe stick to the manicures.
Other races, you've taken some damage. Your race is over. NASCAR. Yeah. What does Formula One know about jumping on body panels? God bless America.
Uber says it will launch Uber Air in Dubai later this year, letting riders book all electric air taxis directly in the Uber app. The Uber taxi, flown by a certified commercial pilot, will seat 4 passengers and take off vertically with 6 propellers, flying up to 200 miles per hour. The aircraft is now in the final stages of FAA certification.
That's nothing, dude. What the fuck is that?
It takes a man to raise a man. If you allow the government to raise your son, you will not have a man. And fathers parent differently than mothers. The problem that we have is an entire soft, weak, woke, cowardly, passive, indifferent, fearful generation that has been over-mothered and under-fathered. That is the problem. It takes a man.
What's hilarious to me is that Muslims are tooted up, ass in the air, at least 5 times a day to pray. Yeah. It's giving rainbow.
Okay, I just had a full thought. What if Chuck Norris isn't dead? And instead he's just been deployed to Iran for like a secret mission or whatever. Wait a second, how long ago was it? It's about a week. Never mind. Chuck's been in Iran for a week. The entire country will be liberated. The Ayatollah will be a Southern Baptist priest.
This is your friendly reminder that immigration without assimilation
Go to Walmart in your PJs. I will fight you on this, man.
For all the bad days you've ever had. For every day that you thought you wasn't going to get through. For every period in your life you did not see no way you could come out on the other side. Your track record for surviving them bad days is 100%. You have survived every single one of them. Your track record for surviving bad days, y'all, is 100%.
Here's what your body goes through when you start taking nature's Ozempic for 4 weeks. Minutes after your first pouch, you'll feel good.
Shut up, dumb whore.
And that's pretty good.
How much is it for the pizza? $19.20. Could I get 20 more? Like right now? Like right now? Good. Take a minute. That's all right. Yeah. The homeless.
So you're paying for the homeless? Yeah. Can we help out? You don't got to, man. Oh, we'd love to help out.
What do you guys think about these types of videos? Why do we gotta film it?
There are Trump supporters threatening to leave the United States if Trump is sent to prison.
Yeah, that's never going to happen. It's like you guys create these fantasies in your head. You live in them for so long that you actually believe them. I hate to break it to you, but conservatives aren't going anywhere. Patriots aren't going anywhere. We'll keep showing up for our country no matter who's in the White House. You can put all that lip filler to use and kiss our ass. And hey, y'all, if you want to rep your patriotism, check the link in the bio.
That is a dead coyote. So, he did such a good job.
Good boy.
This is Boo. Boo barks at elderly people in public.
Did you see that video? Trump deployed ICE to airports for citizens deployed for tea.
Cool thing about being neurodivergent.
Maybe don't form your entire opinion off a 10-second clip and a viral caption.
Maybe I'm not ready for summer, guys.
The cool thing about being neurodivergent is I might be 60 on the outside, but I act like I'm 14. Do the math on that one.
Jail. Straight to jail.
Difference between my male and female dogs when I cry for help.
Female. Male.
Thank you, buddy.
Laughing at World War III memes, and suddenly the sun shines at 2 a.m. When you finally see a cool Ford in the parking lot. There she is. That's just stupid.
One of my favorite finds from Ldoe, Texas. This is a little 1095 blade hidden inside a mil-spec button. It is designed to basically defeat any sort of non-metallic restraint. This is the escape button.
What's going on, y'all? I got a little bone to pick today. So, because I love the country lifestyle, I love country music, I got a little accent, but I can enunciate my words whenever I need to. All of a sudden, I talk like I'm white. I ain't buying that. I ain't doing it.
If genitalia doesn't determine your gender, then why do they have a surgery to remove their genitalia? If gender is just a social construct and you are what you think you are, then why do you need to change your looks at all? Why is gender-affirming care necessary at all according to your own ideology? We used to say actions speak louder than words, and their actions show us what they really believe.
Definitely legal.
Whenever these emojis pop up on the dash, especially on the Ford, this is actually the only way to get them cut off and stay on 100%. Hashtag Ford Life. Sorry, not sorry.
If an Indian goes hunted you.
Oh my God, why isn't this working?
Gandhi? Whatever.
Stupid.
Mexican word date. Aspen. Lately, I spent a lot of money on gas than tacos. What a shame.
Same. Less than 100 days until the 4th of July. Ooh-wee. It's going to be a big one. 250.
Alexandra says, when your child tells you they're trans, believe them. Yes. And when your child tells you they're a Christmas elf, believe them. When they get up on the roof and tell you they can fly, believe them. When they tell you Oreos and Little Debbie's are a balanced diet, believe them. When they decide they don't need an education because they're already smart enough, believe them. We could do this forever.
Oh. 1 hour later.
Pops the other side.
Grab a Snickers.
Hold on. If a man can identify as a woman.
Shut up.
Oh, zero rest. This thing's got 3 speeds.
Here, there, and gone. It's got the power of infinity and beyond. You hear what I'm saying? It goes 0 to 60 in 2 point eventually. You know what I'm saying? Look, I even got the luggage rack here on the back of this bad boy. Boy, I tell you what.
Did you know that on average people spend between $90 and $100 on roses? Just a dozen roses for Valentine's Day? No offense, but if my husband came home with a $100 bouquet of roses, I would say, brother, I could have got 20 chickens for the same price of that bouquet. Now, don't worry, my husband knows me well enough to get me 20 chickens instead of a dozen roses. However, I'm just saying.
Police tell me Texans are not buying what Tyler Rico is selling. God is non-binary. That is not theology. That is political ideology with a clerical collar. God already gave us a name for him. He told us to call him Father. So stop trying to twist scripture in the Bible to fit your narrative, Tyler Rico. We all see past it. You are a wolf in sheep's clothing, plain and simple.
Man, these toy foam dart guns, they've come a long way. It has a built-in, fully automatic firing system with a rechargeable battery that stows inside the collapsible stock.
It ejects the shells too.
You can also do semi-auto. These load up just like the real thing. You can cycle around just...
Where were these when we were kids, man?
It's like the real thing. The foam dart comes out the barrel. Some of these have little plastic bullets that come out the barrel. The incorporated Picatinny rail system will accept your real-world accessories, or you can use the plastic ones that are incorporated, the foregrip, the backup iron sights, the optic, and it also comes with a little red dot. They're labeled as being for ages 14 and up, which means all of you parents, you can get one for you and your kid, though I'm inclined to think that kids younger than 14 can use these so long as they're taught to use them safely, which is one of the big benefits of these, in my opinion, because these can be used as educational tools to teach how to use firearms and how to use them safely. You can teach someone how to load a magazine, how to clear a chamber, how to keep your finger off the trigger, be mindful of where the muzzle's pointing. What do you think? Can these be used as gun safety educational tools, and would you allow your kid younger than 14 to use them? Let me know down in the comments.
There's no way we're not shooting at each other with these, though.
This digital calendar, lightening my mental load, makes it worth
$600.
I wasn't convinced Skylight calendar.
Other with these, though.
Everyone, it's Corey. I want to pray for you today. That I pray that all your enemies is restored to me to go through this winter, and I pray that everyone can have a safe tour to school. In Jesus' name,
the entire island. Last night, everybody in that hospital on a ventilator in Cuba. It is out of gas for electricity because Trump blockaded the entire island. Last night, everybody in that hospital on a ventilator died.
Okay, now answer this question. Who decided to keep the lights on in the hotels that these Western activists are staying? Because they're all streaming from their hotel rooms in Cuba. Who decided to power concerts, to fuel buses so these tourists could drive around Cuba like it's a poverty safari? Because electricity didn't just disappear, it was prioritized. Just like they prioritized crab legs and champagne in tourist areas, while Cubans have to search for food in the trash. While all these regime leaders drive luxury cars and Cubans don't even have access to milk, basic medicine, nothing. All these leaders have access to the world. They can travel. They live in big mansions. The Cuban people are trapped. They cannot leave the island. And just the thought of leaving puts their lives at risk. These are decisions made by the communist regime in Cuba. No money that has ever reached Cuba was used for real infrastructure for the people. It's always nothing for the people, everything for the regime. Look at the wealth of the Castros, and then tell me again this is about Trump. The truth about Cuba did not start with Trump, and it will not end with him. What Trump may end, and I really hope he does, is a regime that has oppressed, jailed, and killed its own people. And now having all these human rights activists go to Cuba to try and save that same regime, the regime that has destroyed a place that was once prosperous and beautiful, is such a slap in the...
And Elon said that he wants to buy it just so that he can shut it down. He actually does that. That will be one of the most epic things said, that he's thinking about buying OnlyFans, but not for the reason that you might think. Their owner just died today, and Elon said that he wants to buy it just so that he can shut it down. He actually does that. That will be be one of the most epic things that I have ever seen. What do y'all think? Let me know down in the comments.
I think it's a waste of money because there will just be another site that comes up and does the exact same thing. Old school dads warming up for the day.
I'm proud. I'm proud. Because I said so. Proud. I'm proud. Listen. Because I said so. I am proud. Yeah, wait, mommy. I love you, boy. I'll think about it. I get it more.
And CDs to Napster to iPod streaming. We literally waited 4 hours to download one song. We had to listen to this. Rabbit Ears VCR DVD streaming. Adapt. We've been beta testing since 1978.
To deliver for the people we care about most, the undocumented Americans that are...
What? The people we care about most. I can't believe he just said that out loud.
Undocumented Americans ain't no thing. ICE agents working for the TSA.
I know I'm videoing it all the whole entire time. He's still driving, y'all. Y'all, is he back in? Is he like a reckless, like, what do you call it, driver?
It made a lot more sense the moment she zoomed out on the camera and no one to call him using what we like to call a swift driver because the drivers will swiftly take out anything that is in their way in front of them, behind them, to the sides. It don't matter, they're going to swift it all up.
I don't care what anyone says, I'm sure it's going to ruffle some feathers, but good employees get tired of being good employees to ungrateful employers. Work ethic and drive is only going to push you so far until you hit your breaking point. And once a good employee has reached that breaking point, there's no getting them back, because companies have made it to where all of that hard work, all of that work ethic, all of that drive goes unrewarded. And if it goes unrewarded, well then what are you doing it for in the first place?
You're telling me the pizza parties don't work?
Good employees are now exhausted from watching companies tolerate bad employees. I heard perfectly just the other day. I can't pay my bills off of my work ethic. And if you're going to keep making excuses for people who do the same job that I do, then why should I try harder? As an employee, if I continue to bring my best every day, but the best of me is not getting the best of you, then why am I going to keep trying hard? Like, if you're going to tolerate subpar from some of your employees, but expect the best from me, why?
Help desk for women. This is Mark. How can I assist you?
My husband and I have a wedding on Saturday.
Yeah, how can I help?
He won't want to attend, reminding him all week so exhausting. Any advice, or can you just help me?
Yeah, you know what? Send me over his name and his number. I'll take care of it. Mike, this is Mark out here at Sportsman's Warehouse. Your wife entered you into an all-inclusive elk hunt out in Alaska. I'm calling to let you know you won.
You are kidding me.
Nope, not kidding you at all. Listen, the reception dinner for the winners is this Saturday at Tuscan Ridge, Morgantown, 4 o'clock. You able to throw a tie on and heck, bring your wife too. Y'all able to make it?
Tripped out hippo, nicknamed Trippo, heaviest chain fits in the bizzo. Hippo's online saying, oh, he's cringing, triple mine, no Timothy, got a test, height, dressed us, nice, keeps it on the low, looks hot, keep.
Yeah, well, I have my cat on my socks. So.
Guess how many people this grazing table fed? Are you calling it a grazing table?
Have you heard about pop-on roofing? We need 50 homeowners in your area to trial this radically simple new
Grazing table.
That is not the blue jay you're hearing. Not a robin, nor a tufted titmouse. Those sounds are all coming from a Samuel. An 11-year-old Samuel Henderson.
I actually quite enjoy this.
Samuel, who is autistic and has Tourette syndrome, can perfectly imitate 50 birds. What's the hardest bird to do?
Probably the barn swallow.
How's that go? Do you ever think you might be a bird?
Yeah. Some people say that I swallowed birds.
But you haven't swallowed any birds.
No, well, chickens.
The kids are born entertainment.
Because we eat chicken.
Yeah. But since he mostly practiced his calls on the playground, alone along the back fence, a lot of kids at his Choctaw, Oklahoma school hadn't ever heard. Until the annual Nakoma Park Intermediate School Talent Show. Samuel really wanted to compete, but no kid from special ed had ever participated. And this would be mostly singing, dancing, and band instruments. So bird sounds? His mother was nervous.
Some kids can be mean.
And the thought of that happening to him on stage in front of the whole school.
It just break my heart if that would have happened.
But Lori says his teacher convinced her that Samuel needed to spread his wings, so to speak. So he took to the stage. At first, the other kids didn't know what to think.
It really sounded like there was a bird in the building.
Exactly like. I was like, what is this?
Game recognizes game.
But as he continued and laid his passion bare, jaws dropped. The crowd came alive, and Samuel was not only accepted, he was admired.
It takes like a lot of courage to get yourself up there. He did it. I don't think I saw one single kid like not clapping their hands.
The kids are roaring. I was so happy to see him living his dreams. My heart went just exploded.
And guess who now rocks the playground? Samuel. That's who.
Everyone here can do a peacock. It goes like this.
Now that's something to crow about.
So Heavy just landed the Black Hawk on the barge. Check this thing out, man. Absolutely insane.
What kind of life are you living?
What? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Absolutely, there are some jobs women shouldn't have. Women shouldn't be prison guards in male prisons. I don't think women should serve in special operations units in the military. I agree. If I get shot, I want somebody that can drag me off the battlefield. I don't think that they should be firefighters that go into buildings to rescue people because they're not big enough and strong enough. I agree. And I don't think that men who are not big enough and strong enough should do this. I agree. I think jobs that require physical capability should have the most physically capable person.
I snap.
What's that?
I snap.
Nice snap.
Sure.
Like, it's a lot of night for $60.
Homie's not messing around.
Look, I'm not taking a shot at John Fetterman, but does anybody else find it strange that John Fetterman, the most normal, rational, free-thinking Democrat in Congress, happens to be the only one with actual brain damage? Kind of strange, right?
I mean, you got a point. Stop wasting your time at the gym if you can't do these 4 exercises. Parallel teeth spins. Cable cheek thrusts. Spider-Man hangs. Partner-supported neck crushers.
Trying to kill him. I paid off.
All his life. All 7 years.
They put ice in our airports to cause more chaos and frankly cruelty to the passengers who are waiting in long lines.
In a couple of hours since I've been here, I saw this patrol. The line is the same since I got here.
As long as they don't bother anybody, I'm okay. I was
concerned about people. So they're not bothering us. Let's get it done. I like it. They're here. I think that it's allowing us to get to where we need to go.
No. Those two people that were interviewed there, they don't know. ICE is there to be cruel to folks. You know, not to help out with the problems the Democrats have caused. No, they are there specifically to be cruel to individuals, except for the fact that none of that is true. Team Obama coming in there for the idiot point of the day.
When did everything lose its colors? Yeah. Everything's so monochrome, man.
Trans women can produce milk.
No.
I just became lactose intolerant. And bro, that don't look like milk.
Wow, got a new truck, huh? Yeah, new to me. Gas mileage? No. Decent horsepower? No. Power steering? Oh, enough room for the family? Not a chance. AC? No. Cruise control? Oh, power windows? No. Airbags? No. Did pass smog? Not yet. Yeah, maybe. Really?
When you're hosting an award show.
Dude, that was awesome. You crushed. What are you talking about? The audience hated it. Yeah, the live audience. I mean, the people on YouTube and social media are probably going to love it. But the live, you mean the room full of PC celebrities who are trained to never voice controversial thoughts and willing to share opinions that have been vetted and supported by the masses so they can appear to be good people, even though they only regurgitate the same four beliefs. Yeah, they didn't laugh. It was probably really funny. You're good. Hey, liberals, let's see you justify this one. Let me show you something.
Pick up your trash. Pick up your trash. This is my property. Pick up your trash. Just dump. Pick it up.
Oh, what? Are you going to try and hit him with that no oblo move, partner? If tossing trash on the side of the road isn't universally littering, ass whoopings are a universal language.
Chocolate roulette. 16 good flavors and 16 bad ones. Olives, pickles, maybe.
Y'all remember this dude that ended up getting the title as the world's strongest woman, and then they took it away from him because, well, I mean, he's not a woman. Well, now he's defiantly trying to get the title back, and he's challenging them to name one thing that disqualifies him.
When your kid asks to make froggy bread, you make froggy bread. That is cursed.
They released the trailer for that new Harry Potter show that's coming out on HBO this December, and I just have one question about it, which is, do kids today hate color? You're going to say that everything looks like this now, but seriously, every frame seems to have like two colors in it, and it's all washed out. And no, they're not just making the English suburbs look drab as compared to the Wizarding World. The shots they show you from Hogwarts, it's always dim and kind of candlelit and drab. Here, by contrast, is a trailer from the very first Harry Potter movie, and I don't think this is a particularly good-looking movie, but it does look like something for kids. Compared to this, the trailer for the new series makes it look like a Nordic crime drama on Netflix. Do kids today think this looks bad? Do they think the colors are gaudy? I'm not just cherry-picking that example. Here is the trailer for the new live-action Moana remake. And as with all of these remakes, the one thing you notice is how all of the colors are muted to, I guess, make them more realistic. Here is the trailer from the original animated Moana, and this is the exact same sequence right there. All of the background in the sky and everything in the live-action remake is also going to be digitally painted in.
Dogs when you leave the house.
I'm never coming back.
Hey.
How many fake doors does he go through?
Here's a new home.
Kitchen sink.
Mint.
Here's the shower room. I guess there's trash in there since it's backed up. In the shower aisle, and
What the fuck?
Turned it into a bat.
Trim above the back door. It's not sealed on it. We added a concrete pad extension. And the foundation drip line, so it's pouring out around here. Expecting the roof on a $1.5 million. You'd think they'd be using best roofing contractors, right?
I'm sticking to my 90s house. These are the stories they don't want you to see. A Mexican man who decided to self-deport is reunited with his family 2 weeks later with the approval of permanent residence.
What does it take to be a Shin dancer?
Need to be fucking Korean. Taiwanese.
All the progressive politicians want to get rid of ICE, right? AOC, Kamala's like, we're going to get rid of ICE, we're going to reimagine everything. I don't get it. I like ICE. They do a job. We need immigration, customs enforcement. What's wrong with that? And I realize, I think it's the name. They don't like the name ICE. It sounds so cold, so personal. Remember Top Gun, Iceman? No one liked that guy. But I came up with a foolproof way to keep ICE. All we have to do is modify the name just a little bit. Just start it with the word national.
Right.
National Immigration Customs Enforcement. Nice. Good luck at that rally, AOC, trying to abolish nice. And it would be a great recruitment tool because you would get a windbreaker that read nice agent on it. And once you got that windbreaker, you could do whatever you wanted. People be like, what's that nice agent doing over there?
Being nice.
It's like he's beating on a Guatemalan grandmother.
Nice.
Well, obviously she did something wrong. He's a nice agent. Read the text.
I've thought of a plan that will drive racist white people to insanity. Let's actually go back to our own country. Think about it. They will starve. No doctors, lawyers, engineers, chefs, cleaners, pharmacists, etc. You know what? That's an amazing idea, and I will pay for your ticket. Asian names can get confusing.
Well, my daughter's best friend's little boy's happy to me, and his dad's name is me. So me and I were inspectors at a robotics tournament and turned to an Asian version of Who's On First. The director came up and said, hey, who signed up on this robot? And I said, me. He said, you? And I said, no. Well, then who? Him. Well, who's he? Me. We can do this all day, buddy. So me found out I was making fun of him in public. TV, radio, everywhere I can. He's a grown man. He's had his name his entire life. No one's ever made fun of it except for me.
350 squirrels were found in a cooler in a Chinese restaurant in New York. I said 300.
They call that chicken of the tree.
Chicken of the tree.
Oh yeah. Got the wheelie bars and the big
parachute. It's a Charger, dude. Yeah, I was wondering what Plymouth that was.
Edible prop dirt.
Sometimes I've seen a film or television show and an actor actually has to eat dirt. They used Oreos, ginger snaps, some off-brand cookies because they're dirt cheap. And last but not least, we added some Jimmy's. Real potting soil? Fake.
I just spoiled myself.
14 communist agitators who traveled to Cuba to party at the Cuban people's expense, enjoying drinks and electricity, while much of the country remained in the dark, have been detained upon arrival at Miami International Airport.
I'm hot.
Communist agitators who traveled to Cuba to party at the Cuban people's expense, enjoying drinks and electricity, while much of the country remained in the dark, have been detained upon arrival at Miami International Airport.
I'm hot. I'm simply gay. And we're your besties.
And I'm the perfect pair.
That's because all my girlfriends are threatened by me, and all my straight guy friends wanted to sleep with me. Happy 10-year anniversary.
Thank you. I actually got you something. I think you really like it.
You're disgusting.
Amanda, I've been in love with you since the day we met. We can run away together. Just marry me, please.
Brunches, parties, vacations, we dominate them all.
But it is not all sunshine and roses.
The hot girl, gay girl is cutthroat and territorial. West Hollywood's not big enough for more than one hot girl, gay guy combo. We'll see about that. Tyler,
Nice shoes. Get up the clearance racket.
Oh, no, gay Basie's ego has been damaged.
Song. If it was dark rock. We got a show for you.
There's a theory that men who drive jacked trucks have small wings. So I have created a mathematical equation for this theory. And it is called the truck lift to wiener size ratio. Now, the average size of the male genitalia is 6 inches. Now, let's just say that for every inch that a man's corn dog drops below 6 inches, he has 3 inches of lift to his truck. We'll call that the rate of compensation. Now, here is the mathematical equation.
This is the opposite of girl math.
W, which stands for the wiener size of the truck owner, equals 6, which is the average male genitalia size, minus L, which is the amount of lift that the feller has on his truck, divided by the rate of compensation. Now, let's say this feller's got a 6-inch lift on his truck. Put a 6 right there. Well, 6 divided by 3 equals 2. 6 minus 2 equals 4. So if the feller's driving a truck with a 6-inch lift, he has a 4-inch corn dog. And I'm going to have to say that mathematical equation is pretty accurate.
What video made you laugh? Drop a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Conservative Vibes.
I'm fucking, this shit is fucking retarded.
Mercury.
Chicago is just another city in.
When he got shot, he got back up. Said fight.
Former CIA agent reacts to James Bond.
No way, bro. There's no way they let a former CIA guy go out and make YouTube videos. I mean, this stuff with the cool cars and shooting people. We didn't have cool cars. They just let him say that?
What's this? Former mob boss discusses capital offenses.
Oh, come on, there's no way, bro.
Yeah, that's one kind of violent felony and also an accessory.
He could just talk about this stuff? Go to jail? Isn't in trouble? Former serial killer reacts to Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Serial killers rarely use chainsaws. We might just drop bits of poison into drinks at gas stations, or you work at abortion.
Former African warlord reacts to blood diamonds. Please remember to share and subscribe. And give a thumbs up. Former racist reacts to black people?
Yeah, we used to not like that.
Former alien reacts to Independence Day?
Former alien?
Yeah, former.
A citizen now.
And so much cheaper to just make a virus. What do you exterminate an anthill with an M60? Oh my god, no, I'm getting recommended is this guy. He's everywhere, he's all over your feed. Hold on. So the Intergalactic Emperor is director of Intel, calls you into his chamber and tells you you can investigate the plasmonium shipments entering in from Rigel 7. Or exiles in the Delta Quadrant? Yep. That's real. He says that to you. People think the agency wasn't corrupt until 3000 BC, but 3500 is when I was really insightful.
Yeah, I actually really appreciate getting a look into their minds.
I can break my lint fast.
Don't waste lint. Get on! All offers 2,000 diamond furs and meditation that held an ill-grown loser to die of feet. Start with a world famous 5-year podcast with Father Mike Smith, which makes the justice divine accessible every single day. When you're new to praying or been doing it your whole life, follows a great way to get close to God. Come, say your prayers.
Joy shows up unannounced.
Shut up. You cannot be driving, ma'am. What are you doing? Come on.
I'm not driving.
Sheridan Gorman is the new name that Democratic political leaders would like you to forget. Gorman.
Now let's jump to this viral video.
From Drewski.
Making fun of Eric and a lot of people like it.
A lot of people are pissed off. But let me just start by playing the video, and then we'll show you some of the responses. It's titled How Conservative Women in America Act. Yep.
We're praying for all the soldiers and troops.
That's great that you're praying, but how about all the kids that died when the USA hit the tower?
It broke my heart. That is the...
How much more gayer is Drewski going to go?
Righteous God. And that is why we say our prayers. We are all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy blessing.
Blah, 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 blah. This is hard to watch. It's so boring.
Bring back white space, though. I like it, boy. Good, home.
We have to give him the pass.
This has got
4.6 million views, 31,000 retweets, and of course the algorithm for me shows everybody being like, how dare you? How dare you? And I just want to say that we are dealing with what I would describe as mass formation psychosis. I recommend any one of you go into Threads and just look at content related to Erica Kirk. I wouldn't be surprised if she were to walk out on the street, somebody would just beat her to death. The amount of psychosis on Threads and coming from the left, and largely just women, has freaked me out. So when you go on Instagram, I recommend Threads to you. And usually the threads that I get recommended, like let me pull one up. It's usually like Star Trek memes or something. Let's see if I can get recommended a thread and see what it tries to give me. And it's funny because whenever I want it to recommend threads, it won't do it. Now it's just recommending Malcolm in the Middle videos.
Give me that thread.
It's not loading. But I'll go on Threads. And then I saw a post from some random woman with like 7,000 followers, and she said, Lord, God help me, Erica Kirk, you will get what's coming to you, mark my words. And I'm like, what the does that mean? And then I start scrolling through these posts, and it's women being like, as veiled of death threats that could be, and I'm like, this is just all over Threads. Just there is a mass formation psychosis around this woman that makes literally no sense.
What's going on? I saw today that someone said Joe Cant was going to testify with Tyler Robbins.
He said he would if he was called to do it. and he would effectively testify on behalf of Tyler Robinson. And I say effectively because his point was he says Kash Patel barred him from investigating any foreign interference or other parties' involvement, and he would testify to that. I'm sorry. He said they told him not to because if he did, the defense would call him to testify. That's what he said.
Well, but there's some important context here because the interviewer said you realized that by saying that on record in your statement that the defense counsel in the Tyler Robinson case can cite that in his defense if he pleads not guilty and say that actually it wasn't me who did it. It may have been some other thing, and the FBI didn't do that. And we know that because this individual made this public statement.
I think Drewski's a fucking drag
because you said that, you know that you could be called as a witness by the defense counsel to testify under oath that is true. And he said, I recognize.
And there's a guy sitting there, and they're like, were you barred from doing so?
Yes, I was.
I'm on the jury, and I hear that. I'm going to be like, what?
So
the job is to investigate.
If I was on the
jury,
I recognize that I would not welcome that, but I recognize that I
will say this. I would bet large sums of money that just got Tyler Robinson found not guilty. Because I'm going to put it like this. If I was on the jury of any criminal case, and the defense said, we're going to call this person to testify, subpoena him, and say, when you attempted to investigate potential ulterior stories or other suspects, were you barred from doing so?
Yes,
I was. I'm on the jury, and I hear that, I'm going to be like, what? So the job is to investigate all avenues. I'm sorry. If I'm on the jury, there's a guy sitting there, and they're like, there's no direct video of him doing it, but there is video of a person who looks kind of like him, and there's all this evidence. But then you say, we did not explore all avenues we were ordered to do it. I'd say, well, now I have doubt.
Right, but then the prosecutors would then call an FBI, someone in the FBI chain of command to testify that as to the reasons for that. You'd have to.
What's the reason?
Well, you could argue that ODNI is not a law enforcement authority, that the for whatever reasons relating to, and again, I'm not invested or particularly up on the nuances of the Tyler Robinson case, but I could see a world in which the explanation they offer is that because of the time sensitivity and focus on the existing leads, expanding this and the delays that would cause in the process and the compelling nature of the evidence.
That's not a good argument. Well, but on cross they're going to say you heard it from their own mouths. They did not want to spend the time required to actually investigate other avenues. And that means they settled on this guy without even looking into potentialities. How can you trust that this is the right person?
Okay, but then that would then get to weighing the evidence as to this.
And they're going to say you settled on this guy.
And the investigation took less than a day
to determine he was a suspect, and now here you are prosecuting him. And we've heard from the federal government's counterterrorism that he wanted to investigate another question.
It is the cheating scandal that rocked the world. Robbie Jade and Garrett Adelstein? Did she cheat? Was she lucky? Is she bad? What happened?
Well, apparently Garrett Adelstein's got a new memoir coming out, which seems kind of weird, but sure, whatever.
Talking largely about this cheating scandal that was so massively viral. It got tens of millions of views and reached normie space. Like people who don't play poker. Like regular people of various different backgrounds are like, I don't really play poker, but wow, this story's crazy.
And I'll give
you the simple version, and then we're going to go through this story and what's currently going on.
Simple
version is there's a live stream called Hustler Casino. It is a California-based poker room, and they have a live stream. It's very popular, and people play crazy poker games, sometimes for millions of dollars. Well, in this game, Garrett Adelstein had a middling hand, right? It's like not the best, but it's okay. But when the first three cards come out, the community cards where he gets to add those to his two, he actually had a really great draw. What that means is he didn't actually have a complete hand that could win,
potential there was amazing. So what happens? The long story short is he bets over $100,000 and gets called by this woman, Robbie Jade, who had a hand that made literally no sense. Jack 4 offsuit. Okay, so you know what a jack is? A 4. They're not suited. There's almost no reason for anybody to be playing that hand. Even bad players don't make this mistake. I mean, sometimes they do, don't get me wrong. But guys, I just recently was playing in Texas with new players, and they at least understood Jack and 4, not a good hand, and Jack and King, a bit better. So even these players who didn't know how to play, have never really played before, understood, hey, if I look down at my cards and I have Jack and 4, I'm just going to fold, right? So this is where things get interesting, because people are playing have been playing for a long time that Robbie cheated. Apparently, as the story goes, I may be getting the detail wrong, what happened is, after this call happens, so basically he bets all of his money, over 100K, which is a massive amount of money, obviously. She calls with nothing. He goes, oh, okay, you got me. And he's smiling, and they flip over their cards, and then he sees what she has. Jack high. Meaning literally, any ace, any king, any queen would have beaten her. For what reason did she think she could call $100,000 with just literally a single jack in her hand? Like, I gotta be honest, guys. If you're not familiar with poker, let me break it down for you. All right? High card is like the lowest rankings, then pairs, right? And you get, after a pair, you have 3 of a kind. After 3 of a kind, I think it's then a straight, then, what am I asking? Then a flush, then a full house, then quads. You get it, right? So if you were literally just playing like War, if you ever played War, you flip over 1 card for you, I flip over 1 card for me, whoever has the higher card wins. Think about how incredibly weak Jack is in a game of poker. Right? I could have a pair of 2s and beat you with that. So if I'm going to bet $100,000 for what reality, for what purpose do you think you can say, I got a jack, that's worth $100,000? Now many people have just said, this woman, Robbie, didn't know what was it. She misread her hand. She thought she had a pair. After the call goes down, Garrett's face just goes blank when he sees what she has. And you can see, like, the math in his brain is like, this doesn't make sense. Like even bad players don't make this mistake. And everybody and their mother is trying to create an explanation for why she made the call. She goes, I thought you had ace high. But you called with just a jack. Well, people are like, oh, she clearly misread her hand. But then others say she checked her hand several times. She didn't just read anything. So then what happened? How did she know to make a call for over $100,000 with one of the worst hands that just so happened to beat his hand? Because I think he had 8-9, but he was on a straight flush draw, like drawing to a massive hand. He didn't get there. Well, the theory is, and I'm not saying this is true, I don't know that she cheated, but the theory is that she had some kind of device, maybe a ring or a wristband, and some people have implied something less, let's just say something untoward. Something that would send her a simple signal. And that the theory goes, somebody was in the production studio where they can see all the cards. And any time her hand was the winning hand, regardless of what it was, she would get a signal. So it's actually quite simple. You look down at your hand and you say, I call your bet for $10,000 or whatever, right? The flop comes out. That's the first 3 cards. The person in the production room sees that your jack beats his 9 and he doesn't have anything. So he hits a button, sending you a signal, maybe your ring vibrates or your bracelet or something else, telling you one simple thing: you are currently winning. Okay? So then he makes a big bet. Well, you're thinking, I'm winning. I call. Then the next card comes out. You get the signal. You are currently winning. He ends up going all in. I think it was like she made a bet. I think he jams. Or it might have been like he bet, she raised, he jammed. And then she gets a signal again. You are winning. And so she says, I call. Because all she knows, I currently have the best hand. The last card comes out. He doesn't get it. They flip over their cards. And he says, how could you have called with a jack? That doesn't make sense. Unless you got a simple signal. You are winning. Now here's where it gets interesting. They end up going outside of the room apparently, and she gives the money back. Now, Garrett says he didn't ask for it, she offered it to him. Someone else says he asked for the money back. This is the weirdest thing imaginable. I played a lot of poker. Nobody offers or would even give it. If I'm playing and somehow I call you down and I have nothing, she had no draw, she had no pair, she had no reason being in hand, and she just did anyway. And someone says, how could you possibly have called? I would have laughed and said, because I'm rich and I thought it was fun. Congratulations. Welcome to poker. That's what I'd say. I ain't giving your money back. But she did. Everyone thinks it's weird. Again, one theory is that she's just a rich lunatic who didn't know what she was doing and thought it was funny. Maybe, I guess some of those people exist. Then, apparently some guy went in and took chips from her stack.
I would definitely recommend TurboTax. My tax expert, she was amazing.
Stack. And got criminally charged for it. The theory is he was the guy in it. I don't know if that's true. And when she gave the money back, he was like, what? We had a deal, right? Again, that's all speculation. I don't know what's true. So he's got this memoir coming out, and the reason I'm talking about it is because I play a lot of poker. I play poker all the time. I've been playing poker most of my life. Not Texas Hold'em as heavily. I've played a variety of poker games with friends. Play Magic Gathering, Pokemon. I am a card game, information game enjoyer. And
addict, Tim.
Quite a bit. Won a handful of tournaments. Well, I've never taken an actual tournament, but I've cashed.
Tim's an addict. Tim's such a fucking addict, it's not even funny. Gambling addict.
You guys watching the questions that arise from this video are not easily answered.
Kennedy Ray was just a preschooler. Her parents brought her to South Florida to have fun. The little girl drowned in the pool on the first day of their vacation. The little girl who was autistic slipped outside, fell in the pool, and the tragedy occurred.
That mother says she and her family were asleep at the time. Through tears, the grieving mother demanded that the homeowner remove the listing from short-term rental sites because she doesn't want another mother to suffer like she has.
It's supposed to be a gator on
She only got 4 years here. We love her so much. We miss her. They plan on filing a lawsuit.
My knee-jerk reaction was to say, hey, you guys take some responsibility here. This is obviously your fault. But let's dive in deeper here.
According to a Miami-Dade County ordinance, when it comes to pools as short-term rentals, the responsible party must ensure that the swimming pool has in place at least one of the pool safety features. Those include a pool safety barrier, pool safety cover, pool alarm, or a door latch alarm.
The family's attorney says the Airbnb had no pool fence in place. The post holes were empty. And the doors to the pool were not alarmed.
A child got access to the backyard. No alarm went off, no barriers are there.
So what?
And we lost Kennedy.
It's the parents' fucking issue. My
safety measures in place.
My cousin Ben fell into my grandmother's pool in Fort Lauderdale and drowned, as my grandma watched him. Not watched him drown. My grandma went to the bathroom, and the baby, I don't know, opened the door, slid the door open, and walked outside and fell in. And she came out looking for the baby, and the baby was face down in the pool. That's what fucking happened to Benjamin Nabity when I was 7 or 8. I think I was 8 or 9. No, yeah, I think it was 8 or 9. And then we had to go, when I was 10 years old, we had to go move my grandparents from Fort Lauderdale. Because my grandma couldn't stand being in that place anymore because she could just see the baby floating in the pool.
How on earth can a house be advertised as family-friendly when it has a pool and none of the safety measures necessary?
All right. So we have a Airbnb owner, and this lawyer probably has an easy win here. But if
no, there's no easy win. They're gonna not fucking be able to win shit.
Coincidence.
Chinese spies.
She's the one who revealed
bombing U.S. Central. What?
We thought it was you.
David Tell's on Story Wars. Comments and solar storms. Okay. All right, let's get into gaming.